It's clear that horror filmmaker Joe Begos has talent, but I believe his love of the past gets in the way of him truly making a standout film. Bliss was close. It definitely offered up a grungy look at the seediest of underbellies of both LA and the LA art world. But still, it felt as if Begos was emulating the lifestyle rather than highlighting the horror that was occurring on screen. It's the same problem filmmakers like Rob Zombie and even Quentin Tarantino have. Zombie loves his hillbilly grunge, but seems too close to it to do anything else, making his films feel repetitious and kind of gross, especially after he's been given the chance to evolve over a few films and seems dead set against it. Tarantino has managed to elevate his style to the point where his films feel like homages, but still have that essence that has become truly his own genuine style. Begos really loves John Carpenter films. Most of his films reflect this. But while this love shines through all of his movies, I've yet to see Begos' own personality shine through, and thus his films feel like really good remakes that look, sound, and feel like a Carpenter movie. Take VFW, for example. Welcome back to ML Miller Frights, a part of the Kings of Horror Network. I'm ML Miller. Before we begin, remember to give this video a like, share with your buddies across the electronic superhighway, click subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to ring that bell for notifications. Please get the word out to new folks so we can make this channel bigger and better. VFW is available on demand, on Blu-ray and DVD, and digital download from Voltage Pictures. VFW is a standoff film, not unlike Assault on Precinct 13, a film, of course, by John Carpenter. A group of old soldiers who belly up to a bar at the local VFW hall every night end up in a skirmish with a rabid group of opioid addicts from a neighboring building. The title card explains that the opioid crisis has intensified when a new drug called Hype has been introduced that basically makes the users into rabid animals. When a kid named Lizard, played by Sierra McCormick, steals a giant load of the drugs from head dealer Boz, played by Travis Hammer, she takes refuge in the VFW hall with an army of addicts behind her. This forces these old barstool warriors to stand up against these hippie whippersnappers who dare desecrate their sacred hall. It just so happens to be the birthday of bartender Fred, played by Stephen Lang, and he'll be damned if some lousy punks ruin it. There's a lot VFW has going for it. First and foremost, Begos has assembled one hell of an awesome cast. While they may have seen better years, it's fantastic to see Lang team up with such tough-as-nail actors as the Fred Williamson, the Karate Kid's Martin Kove, and the always awesome William Sadler from Demon Knight. Bringing back the Warriors' David Patrick Kelly and Cheers' George Wendt is a fantastic touch as well. Seeing these guys razz each other and talk shit about the good old days is a real treat. Seeing them get a chance to take part in some of the ultra-violence one last time is equally fun. Each of them have had countless memorable moments in film and TV, and Begos makes sure to give each of them their moment to shine here. Lang is solid as the lead. Sure, he can act the hell out of a villainous role, but here we get to see him fight for the good guys, and it's great to see him offer up a gruff but soulful take on the protagonist for a change. Whatever else criticism that I'm about to lob at VFW, seeing this cast dive into the fray one last time makes this film worth a watch. Cast, charm, and charisma aside, VFW is a frustrating movie on many, many technical levels. Mostly every scene is filmed inside a dimly lit bar. And when it's not in that dimly lit bar, it's filmed on a dimly lit street or inside a dimly lit tenement house where the gang and the Druggies live. This is a dark movie, and I'm not talking about the subject matter. There are entire scenes that are filmed in almost utter darkness. So much that it's difficult to know simple layouts of the area being filmed and who is doing what to whom. I understand Begos might want to pay homage to Carpenter's equally dimly lit Assault on Precinct 13, But that film looked that way because, at the time, that's the best Carpenter could do with the equipment he had. Modern cameras and modern equipment, no matter how low the budget, can light an area realistically, so as to still convey a dark atmosphere, but still make the figures and the actions seeable. For some reason, Begos didn't get that memo. From start to finish, as soon as the sun goes down, the film is aggravatingly dark and almost indecipherable at times. I feel a lot of the banter between the cast in this film was made up as it went along, and that's not a bad thing. I say that, though, because I feel that Begos is constantly trying to catch up on the action in the scene rather than capture it. Action scenes are going on all at once, and we only see snips of dimly lit carnage. Quips and jabs are tossed around at rapid fire, but sometimes, if you're not listening, you're not sure who's saying what. It just feels like these scenes, even though they might have been told to ad-lib, weren't set up to capture a lot of what was going down. Just on a basic level of establishing faces is difficult, as scenes show a group shot with no close-up. So we don't know who is talking, who the focus of the action is, and who is differentiated from who. It wasn't until late in the first act that I realized that the guy at the end of the bar was Norm from Cheers. Rudimentary establishing shots are completely ignored. Maybe it's because Begos had only one camera. Maybe it's just that he might have been over his head with so many screen heroes in front of him that he didn't have it in him to make them do reshoot. Or maybe the cast was really taking the shots and getting tipsy, not really complying to the game plan. Either way, there's a chaos in even the quiet scenes that make the entire film hard to decipher. VFW has some great carnage. The rampaging opioid heads attack is fierce, as is the retaliation from our swarthy crew of heroes. Heads are explodified, limbs are hacked off. Even through the dim lighting, you can get a sense of some quality horror effects going on. Begos never lets the pace come to a lull, even when the action movie cliches are being used, such as that old chestnut of the hero losing hope and the kid coming in to give him a pep talk, resulting in the hero finding his footings to give it a go one last time. Begos delivers a likable movie, but man, did I really want to love this film, and I can't say that I did. I feel Begos has a great film in him, but I feel Begos has yet to find his own groove, and while I think VFW is an entertaining film, the potential was there for something truly great, and it just didn't live up to that potential. That'll be it for today. If you like this video, please pound that thumbs up button. Share this video with your social media addicted pals. If you're looking for written reviews, you can find them on mlmillerwrites.com. Don't forget about the new trade paperback for my comic book horror series, Grave Trancers. It's out in finer comic shops now. And be sure to subscribe to this channel and ring that bell for alerts to be the first to see my future videos. Thank you so much for your time, and take care.
You're doomed to live the life you're meant to be, stuck inside your reality. You're doomed. Oh, you're doomed. You're doomed. You're doomed. Live the life that you are meant to live inside.